Okay, so this is the first try. Well, the first try was just beating it in with a hammer. This here part. So this is the conical deal. It just goes down. We just put sand in it. Just keep pushing it down. Every time you push it down, because it's has a wedge kind of design, it pushes the sand outward and sideways. It doesn't really push it down. I've dug it in, and you can tell that it only goes maybe a couple of feet, and that's it. And after that, it just keeps going off to the side. We're just pushing it up, and it's going to lift the foundation up. So the first time around, I was beating it in with a hammer, but then when you do that, this thing just starts, going crazy. So you can't beat it in. Or you're going to constantly having to redo everything. So then the next one was this one here using a farm jack. I could put a farm jack here. So this goes underneath the foundation. It goes in. Then this collar goes right here so it doesn't just bend out. Because if you don't have that collar, it just bends out. So we put the collar in, then we can put the pipe inside the collar. So the farm jack works really good. It's just extremely hard to do. With now using a pry bar, it'll hold my weight up, and I jump on it, so I have to get a pry bar just to make it go down. So it's probably past the 7,000 pound that it's rated for. So that's this one. So now my last version, or hopefully this is the next version, and so now I'm just going to align the pin here. I just got this little pin that fits in here. I can't get too much bigger. I could leave the pin in and let it push it down and bring it back up, but I think there's just way too much force, and it's just going to bend this little pin to nothingness. So here we go. So you just have to align this to make sure you can get it back out. Put this there. And that's it. And now it was one deal. I could put now 4 scoops of sand in it. The sand needs to be a little bit wet. If the sand is not wet, what will happen is every time you pull it out, it'll just always collapse in. You don't want it to do that. You want it to stay pushed off to the side. Otherwise, it won't do nothing. So if the sand's a little bit wet, it will. And you don't want to put too much sand in, because you want to make sure that it's under the collet or lower than the concrete. Because if it's not, what will end up happening is you're going to push this probe right into it, and it's going to try to expand the sand into the concrete or the collet, and it just won't go nowhere. It will be like super hard. You have to make sure you're below the metal pieces or the concrete. And that's pretty much it. Align it. Very important. Down. I may be going.
Vales.
That's it.